This supply and demand trading strategy will literally transform your trading forever, and it takes less than 60 seconds to learn. Now, that stock this morning was RENX that exploded over 70% today. And I'm going to break down the entire trade for you. That way you know how to do it too. Now, again, that stock today was RENX, one of your leading gappers this morning in pre-market, and this thing looked pretty good going into market open. What I first recognized here is going into the bell, we had these lower highs, going into the open, lower high, and of course, lower high. But I've got to understand where buyers and sellers sit in the market, which we knew that we had sellers sitting here and here. So I knew that if it did get breaking out, I can't just go playing into the breakout, because then we're going to be buying up into these past sellers overhead, or otherwise known as supply. So we go ahead and jot this up with our rectangle tool so we can identify this as being an area of supply. So I know that if it does get breaking out, I can't just play the break of this wedge. I've got to actually wait for it to break above this past area of supply, because once price breaks above supply, it can then pull back and confirm now as an area of demand. So price does end up breaking out, as you can see back here, breaks out of this past area of supply, pulls back and confirms. Now it's an area of demand. So now it's all about confluence. I need the 9 EMA to be above the 20 EMA, and I need price to be above VWAP. Well, this couldn't look any better then. Price being above VWAP, tight above VWAP, giving it perfect risk to reward, and of course the 9 EMA above the 20 EMA. So as price pulls back and confirms, you see it pulls back and buyers step in here. I know now this is respected as an area of demand. That's where I start looking for the next pullback. So price pulls back here, and as buyers step back in here, back over the 9 and 20 EMA, that's my signal for entry. Whereas you can see nailed the perfect entry as we pop back over that 9 EMA, stop loss goes at the bottom of this most recent candle, and then as price tracks higher, just selling up into strength and raising my stops off the 9 EMA until eventually got that next leg higher. Wait for it. Hold on, hold your breath, watch that break higher, price breaks the next high, get my stop loss raised, and just trim. Beautiful trade. The next time you take that next trade, ask yourself, am I liquidity or is somebody else? If you trade like this, you're going to be using somebody else as your liquidity. Thank me later.